Welcome, dear listeners, to another episode of COMBROSIA Connects, an Alumni podcast brought to you by COMBROSIA, the Commerce Subject Society of Motilal Nehru College. I am your host, Vansh.
And I am your co-host Sohani, and today we are thrilled to reconnect with exceptional individual who has once graced the halls of Motilal Nehru College.
This podcast aims to explore the fascinating, challenging, and diverse career paths of our institute's esteemed alumni. Dear audience, the moment we all have been eagerly waiting for is here. Joining us today is none other than the distinguished IRS officer, Mr. Prashant Singla, sir, currently working as an assistant commissioner in the GST department, Ministry of Finance.
Introducing our guest, Sir is an ambitious, hardworking individual from Bhatinda, Punjab, who paved his way to success and serving the Indian society as an Indian Revenue Officer. Get ready for an eye-opening, insightful, and innovative discussion as we dive into the world of taxation, finance, and much more on this podcast today.
Welcome, sir. Let's dive into your inspiring journey.
Thank you so much, guys.
So, before we explore your experiences, could you take us back to your college days? Just give us a glimpse of campus, the energy, the overall vibe during your time in college.
Uh, I think when I joined college in 2012, I was not expecting Motilal Nehru College actually. Like all we do go through the process of cutoffs and all, and I somehow landed in Motilal Nehru College. Initially, I was very skeptical about like how I would do here, what kind of teaching staff would I get, or what kind of friends I would make, because ultimately the college life makes a hell lot of a difference in your life. Like from the school, you become relatively more independent and your career path starts becoming visible. So the aura of Motilal Nehru College was very different from my expectation. Like once a child expects, like after he or she completes his or her 12th standard and one wants to go to a college, like you watch a movie and you go, like there will be fun everywhere. Like you don't have to like you don't have to just study, and you have to just thrill and make your career path accordingly. Yes, it was very welcoming in the sense you find new people, new cultures, and the good thing about any DU college is you get to see variety of people, and that is how our nation is and the globalized world is. So that helped me a lot to imbibe certain cultural diversity, not in terms of only culture, mind, beliefs, faith, as well as opinions. This makes a very good difference on your personality, which you do not realize when you join the college. And when you end up doing the college and post your college 2 3 years down the line, you somehow find it that this college helped you reach here. And yes, the infrastructure was relatively okay. Canteen was good, and the sports infra during our days improved. Building infrastructure was also improving, but the overall vibe of DU was coming, especially that lane, Sundari lane, and that how we reached from Dhola Kuan, how because I think now it's metro, but during my days there was no metro accessibility. So reaching there from, I used to stay in Patel Nagar, West Patel Nagar, if anybody of you know about it, near Karol Bagh. So I used to reach within 45 minutes, and it was a different kind of journey. So every journey, every day journey to the college was very, very good. I learned a lot, and unexpectedly, it made me a good person after 3 years. So that is how I would sum my starting and the end experience of it.
That sounds like an amazing journey, sir. It's clear that college had a profound impact on one's life. Here only memories are crafted, friendships are forged, and moments are cherished forever. So before we move further, I want to ask that were you always the brightest student in the class? You know, the front benchers who are always topping in every class. So,
Actually, actually, I would elaborate on this first. There's a misnomer who sits on front and sits on back. Actually, it's how you inculcate the education system we are exposed to. Simultaneously, I was undergoing a professional CA course at my own end and at my own expense. So that helped me a lot in a BCom honors program. Eventually, like I was going ahead of the schedule at the college level. So whatever the teacher used to teach me in the class, I already knew. But the teachers polished me very, very beautifully in the college, specifically in relation to how you have to present. Why do we come to college? It's not just pure academics. Like you must have witnessed COVID wave when people were asked to work from home and study from home in the colleges. You must have felt something missing. What is missing is the vibe. So this is how it makes it, and it doesn't have to mean that I have to attend every class. I have never been to every possible class. I have been late to lectures as well. I have been sitting on the last benches as well. I have not listened to my teachers frankly as well. So like a like a normal student, I have been exposed to every kind of trait which a person should be. And this is how life is also. Like I would take it to my life lesson and expose it. You will not be able to bright and shine every day in your life. You will not be able to have a very good time, like even though all the influences you are exposed to. So the college life, the every lecture you attend every day, you have to decide whether you want to sit in front, you have to sit in back, or whether you want to attend it or not. That is how the flexibility should be. Motilal Nehru College, essentially, with their teaching standards and the exposure they gave me, provided me that opportunity to work upon my strength, make it more better, analyze my weaknesses. And teachers, professors are very good to expose me that. And I have been scolded once for even bunking the class. So I have gone through all the traits. Yes, I was topper. I think for 2 years I came runner up in the last year. Yes, academically I was very strong, but it has nothing to do with my sitting on first bench or the last bench.
That was truly inspiring, sir, from being bunking the class to being the topper. And yeah, it's very true that it doesn't matter you sit on the first bench or the last bench. It's all that you inculcate whatever the teacher is teaching, whether you are loving, we need a vibe over that. We inculcate the things which we love the most. It need to be very attractive. And you mentioned that teachers polished you. Teachers played a very vital role. So it's very true that teachers are only the true craftsmen and shape our lives much like a potter molds a clay into a beautiful vessel. Similarly, teachers just sculpt our future with the knowledge and guidance. So I would like to know if there is any teacher from your school or college days with whom you still maintain a connection with.
I think I maintain connect with Monica Gulati ma'am. Like I think there was no connect during the college days as such. Like she used to usually have a first lecture in every semester, whatever she taught me, and I came late for every possible session of hers. Like even though her sessions were very very positive as well as like enriching, but my like occupation at the other level didn't allow me to reach that lecture on time, and she used to scold me every time. That has been the constant. And I realized the connection with her after the college days, like after I got selected into the UPSC. So this is how you go back to your alma mater. I think like you appreciate what is missing. When you have that thing, you do not appreciate like everything in life. You do not appreciate once you get that. So I think I could maintain connect with her because of her positive attitudes and ability to work hard and polish people around her. Like she's a very hardworking teacher, like other teachers, but I have a special connect with her on that.
Truly inspiring, sir. Teachers are actually, they play a very vital role in helping a student to ascend the ladder of success.
Yes, sure, Suhani. It's wonderful to hear about the lasting impacts of teachers like Monica Gulati ma'am had. Just education truly goes beyond the classroom, right? So, sir, my next question is to you that what made you decide that you want to go further with civil services? Like, I'm sure most of your friends at that time, some might be going for the post graduation, some of might be preparing for the corporate world. How did you decided that you want to have your future career in civil services?
Actually, Vansh and Suhani, I came to Delhi with the purpose of like going through this UPSC process, and I have decided my career path way long back in the ninth standard. That is 2009 itself. So it was just a block in that final piece. Like I had to come to Delhi, and my brother, elder brother, was doing BCom program course from Zakir Hussain College. So my family thought it would be better that I should go along with him and join at Delhi University. So I came up, landed up here, and somehow landed up in Motilal Nehru College. So that is how I started my journey for UPSC. But I would surely say that if somebody asked me how I chose commerce, then came to BCom honors, Delhi University, then why was I doing CA course simultaneously? I would try to narrate one story. Like I don't know whether many people have heard about a good coaching institute in Karol Bagh. It's called Vajram and Ravi. So I was very like reluctant to go there, but somehow my CA teacher asked me like we should go in a company like find out when we should start coaching for this UPSC thing. And we went there, and it was before I joined at Motilal Nehru College. And one senior administrative fellow there, like when I was asking for the form to apply for the admission there, I think more than 60 years of age, and he was voluntarily working there after I inquired about him. He told me, Prashant, I think you have come early here. You should go back to your college, study hard, get something on your platter first, and then go for UPSC. Like that was the words of wisdom by a person whom I have never met earlier, who had no fiduciary relationship with me, and he just asked me to go back, study, come with a good potential. And this is where Motilal Nehru helped me a lot. Like I was कच्चा कच्चा घड़ा होता है ना, उसको आकार देना होता है, तो like that mold it helped me. And since my journey was decided pre-handedly, somehow I did BCom honors, and I was doing CA course to further establish my control on my commerce subject, which helped me at the UPSC level. If you want to do something, just be focused and never focus on two things at the same time. Like initially during my days, people ask me, why are you not going from a civil services? Let's say I belong to a Punjab state, you should try from state exam, or you should give a banking PO exam, you should go for this exam, you should go for this exam. I think it is a very subjective decision to make, but for me, my only target was UPSC, and that helped me. Like that clarity helped me.
Sir, I mean, it's an immense pride and honor for a true gentleman like you serving the Indian society. So, like you said, you were pursuing CA course parallelly with BCom, and then after graduation, you started preparation for UPSC, and you also cracked in the first attempt, which was, that was something which is not everyone can achieve. So, like, what was your secret sauce behind the rigorous UPSC journey, that kept you motivated and like focused on that?
I think please continue.
Like how did you kept motivated all the time? So what was like that?
I tell you, like you mentioned about a secret sauce. I think everybody loves Maggie, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
And
yes, absolutely, sir.
It is just written 2 minutes, but it hardly takes 2 minutes. It takes more than that. But this is how the USP factor works, and we are all commerce grads, so we know how it works. You have to sell something beautifully, and you have to Nestle did that. My point is there why I mentioned Maggie is because like I cook it differently, Suhani cooks it differently, and Vansh cooks it differently. But ultimately, you like Maggie after cooked in multiple different ways. Like it is how it is, and success doesn't have a single recipe, I would say.
That's truly inspiring, sir. Failures are just only motivates us to move forward one after the another. They only impact you, guide you to move further in your life. And also, I like that mistakes are literally, dear audience, make sure that mistakes are the part of your life and you have to accept that. If you are doing mistakes, then only you are trying something. Otherwise, sir has said that you are not even trying that. If you're not trying that, you have not made mistake. It's very simple. and failures teaches a teacher very lot. And so I would like to know, just life is like a journey of a roller coaster ride, ups and downs in life. At any point of life where you felt so low, at the lowest point of the ride, roller coaster ride.
Can I speak in Hindi about it? Like that emotion will not come in English.
Yes, yeah, yes, sure, sir.
I tell you, मेरे साथ क्या हुआ that मैंने मेंस लिखा था दिसंबर में 16 में एंड इंटरव्यू का रिजल्ट अवेटेड था. तो आई वॉज स्टेइंग विद माई ब्रदर नोएडा सेक्टर 72. तो मेरे दोस्त का मुझे फ़ोन आया. तो वो लाइब्रेरी में पढ़ता था करोल बाग में फॉर द सेम एग्जाम, बट उसका प्रीलिम्स क्लियर नहीं हुआ था, तो ही वाज सेटिंग फॉर द नेक्स्ट एग्जाम. तो उसका फ़ोन आया, कह रहे भाई रिजल्ट आ गया यूपीएससी के इंटरव्यू के लिए, तुम गो थ्रू हुए हो कि नहीं हुए, इसका रिजल्ट आ गया, लिस्ट आ गई. तो ठीक है, मैंने कहा पर वेबसाइट पे तो नहीं आया, क्योंकि जनरली सारे रिजल्ट्स वेबसाइट पे आते हैं, चाहे कहीं भी आप मतलब चले जाओ, तुम्हारा आजकल तो सारा रिजल्ट ऑनलाइन आता है. तो मैंने बोला भाई रिजल्ट तो नहीं आया. कह रहे नहीं नहीं, मेरा सोर्स है. जैसे एक आम हिंदुस्तानी बोलता है ना कि मेरा तो सोर्स है, मेरे लिंक है भाई. तो कह रहा तू मुझे अपना रोल नंबर बता. तो मेरे को रोल नंबर मेरा याद था, तो मैंने उसको बता दिया. उसने 2 बारी 3 बारी चेक किया एंड उसने से भाई तुम्हारा रिजल्ट नहीं हुआ. तो मैंने कहा यार आई वाज सो डिसअपॉइंटेड कि यार मेरा रिजल्ट नहीं हुआ है. व्हाट शुड आई डू? हाउ शुड आई टेल माय पेरेंट्स? हाउ शुड आई टेल माय फ्रेंड्स? हाउ शुड टेल माय ब्रदर? लाइक व्हाट शुड आई डू? क्या करूं क्या ना करूं? मतलब आई वाज फीलिंग लो, डिसहार्टेंड. बट मैंने सोचा चलो कि लेट्स वेट फॉर द रिजल्ट, कि चलो ऑनलाइन आएगा, फिर मैं अपना फिर रोल नंबर चेक करूंगा एंड फिर मैं घर पे बताऊंगा एंड ऑल. आधे घंटे बाद मुझे उसी दोस्त का फोन आता है, कहता है यार भाई वो ना रिजल्ट वो था, फेक था, पिछले साल का रिजल्ट रोल नंबर्स के साथ चेंज करके डाल दिया गया था. तो दैट हाफ एन आवर स्पैन लाइक इन माय लाइफ explained me 2 different things. Like you worry for some things which are not available, not present, not fact. And even if you worry for some things, you need to learn back to get back to your original life. So I felt literally disappointed and disheartened to the core. But वो आधे घंटे में मुझे बहुत कुछ समझ आया. मतलब that was also important factor. Like disappointment इतना ज़्यादा था. I was I think on 13th floor of that building, and there was certain mind-boggling reasons to jump. Like why should I jump, and should I jump or not? Like these kinds of emotions just come. Not that I was about to jump. Nowhere I could have jumped. Not a possibility of jumping, because I am a very positive person that day. But there are viewpoints in your mind, like it's a chemical reaction going on, like क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना, क्या कैसे खड़ा होना है, कैसे जवाब, and to face it. Like we sometimes are scared of facing situations which are not even there, and we overthink. I would like to say to all the viewers here, we should not overthink. Yes, I also do that. You may be also doing that. It's very easy to say not to overthink, but I have done it, and somehow you do not get good results out of it. So try to avoid it. And yes, I have been disappointed once. That second, I was like, before that I was disappointed that when I got to Motilal Nehru College. Sorry, I was not expecting to get to Motilal Nehru College. Like initially before I got into the college. But after I got into the first semester, the vibe started coming back, and I liked going to the college. So
like we got to know your reaction on a prank result by your friend. So now we want to know that when your actual result came out, so what was the reaction like? Like were you overjoyed, dancing, or goosebumps? What was like that?
Now, like you're asking me to go back to journey of 2017. It was 31st of May 2017 when the results were declared at 7:30 p.m. in the evening. So I was not well. Like for a couple of days, I was suffering from fever. I don't know what happened, but I was undergoing like a fever treatment, and suddenly result came, and I got selected. And during those days, like we had a big house with a joint family, and like more than I got excited. Punjabi family से belong करता हूँ, तो Punjabi family got over excited. मतलब it was like कि मैं star बन गया हूँ. It's literally saying I became a star, and that feeling was awesome. But with greater kind of joy comes greater responsibility. That kind of things were on back of my mind. My family was over excited, and मतलब लिटरली दे एंड पूरे मोहल्ले में मतलब लोग आ रहे हैं मिलने, ग्रीटिंग्स हो रही हैं फॉर नेक्स्ट कपल ऑफ डेज, मतलब लोग आए जा रहे हैं, लोग आए जा रहे हैं. आई डू नॉट रिमेंबर एनी ऑफ देम. कपल ऑफ फ्रेंड्स जिनको मैं नहीं जानता था वो सडनली मुझे, अच्छा भाई तेरा हो गया, भाई तेरा हो गया, बहुत अच्छी बात, बहुत अच्छी बात. मतलब दिस इज फैक्ट ऑफ लाइफ. मतलब मैं कोई मक्खन नहीं कुछ भी, दिस इज हाउ यू गेट इट. लाइक आपको वो लोग भी याद रखते हैं, वो रिश्तेदार भी आपको पूछने लग जाते हैं जो आपको कभी पूछते नहीं थे.
We all know it's very difficult to crack the IS interviews. So we have this basic phenomena, this in mind. So do you remember any question from your interview, or would you like to share some tips for the aspiring students who just wanted to follow your footsteps?
My point here is like इंटरव्यू सेशन में बहुत सारे मिथ्स हैं, बहुत सारे मिथ्स हैं, बहुत सारी एंजाइटीज हैं, एंड इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट. आई टेल यू, जब मैं फाइनल ईयर में था, प्लेसमेंट्स चल रही थी, ENY आए थे, अर्नेस्ट एंड यंग आए थे, और गोदरेज आया था उस टाइम, प्लेसमेंट कमेटी लेके आई थी. तो गोदरेज के इंटरव्यू में मेरे से पहला सवाल पूछा गया कॉमर्स रिलेटेड, मैंने बता दिया. फिर उन्होंने पूछा वेयर डू यू सी yourself 5 years down the line, like the normal cliche question they asked in Godrej के interview में. So I was confused. Why should I be confused? I tell you, like I was planning to go for UPSC. I was sitting for a private sector interview, and they asked me where do you see 5 years down the line, and I was very honest about it. I said I'm planning to go for UPSC, and say okay, then why are you here? I'm just here for window shopping. He laughed and like I went away. Second, again, I went to Ernest and Young, and they asked me similar question, and I answered that I'm okay, Tata, bye, I'm going here. Like I didn't answer, and I just left. So I think for interview session, only thing that works is your honesty. Like that is how I have cracked it, and I think possibly everyone could, because it's a 45-minute session, like 30 to 45-minute session. You will not be able to bluff. Your body language says it all. You are in a nervous situation. Everything what you have done for past 2 years rest on this interview. So you are always mindful. Your mind is working 360 degree, and their ability to commit mistakes if you say something which you do not believe will be very, very big. And 5 people take your interview, and they have 30 years of experience, one person each, like 150 years of experience is sitting in front of you. And if a guy like me, 23 years old guy, say something which is not true or which I do not believe, I can be caught in a single minute. So for this UPSC aspirants, I would say honesty is very, very important. Second, interview process is not about the interviewer, it's about the interviewee. So before you go for any such kind of interview, know about yourself. Like if anybody would ask me today why I went for CA professional course during my college days, so I should know the answer about it. If I bluff it, no, I was doing this, and no, I was doing this, so immediately I am shown like a lame person without any thought. We are justifying ourselves. Before we justify ourselves to anybody else, I think we should learn how to justify it to ourselves first. It's about justifying ourselves, knowing about it. It's like KYC, know your customers by know your person. So we need to know our journey thoroughly and where our strength and weaknesses lies. During the interview session, you have a very detailed application form, DAF form बोलते हैं उसको. जो भी UPSC aspirants होंगे उनको याद आएगा DAF क्या होता है.
I mean, I'm sure these interview tips must be golden tips for every aspirant right now. Sir, coming to present day, how has your experience as an IRS officer changed your perspective towards taxes in India and its working? Like, has it changed your perspective?
Actually, like from a no taxpayer to I have become a taxpayer. Like once you get into a job, so your perspective change on the basis of what hat you are wearing. Look, so since I am into indirect taxation, we implement the policy of the government of India here, and we check tax evasions, high tax prone evasion commodities, as well as all the things around it. We understand the psychology behind why it is being done, why India's tax to GDP ratio is very low, or how we can improve it. Yes, perspective changes. When you become an officer, you wear a different hat. When you are a consumer of particular goods, you always say, यार इतना टैक्स क्यों लगा रखा है, ऐसा कौन करता है, मैं टैक्स ही भरता रहूं. So it's a hat you wear where you react to it. As far as our nation is concerned, and since you all know 1st July is the GST day, and we have been 6 years down the line in the GST thing, indirect taxation has overhauled completely. And how much we have interacted with the trade, businesses, people, consumers, they say they're happy. They're happy not just because our tax collection is improving, they're happy because the ease of taxation has come out. There are three canons of taxation, which we generally go through as a BCom honors graduate. It's about efficiency, effectiveness, and economy. So every tax should be based on this three Adams, some Adams principle: efficiency, efficacy, and economy. These are very, very important principles of taxation. So I think our nation is moving towards that kind of taxation regime. As far as my tenure, I have been posted to 3 states. First, I started at Raipur, Chhattisgarh. That is a big steel center. Then I came to Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. That's a big government institutions of our city, of a country, and with a very beautiful lake, which is a Ramsar site as well. And now I'm posted to Ludhiana as a deputy director here. So my experience has changed over the 5 years of my journey with different city, different boss, and different taxations. So I have been in charge of the customs also. So our nation has become a truly global nation as such in 6 years because of GST rationalization. And I think we are on a good trajectory as far as indirect taxations are concerned.
Right, sir. That was very insightful for all our listeners. Is there any most challenging tax related case you have come across? Any challenging tax related case? We would love to know. And how did you resolve it? That also.
Actually, टैक्स रिलेटेड केस में सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम ये होती है, जो टैक्स पेयर होता है उसको ये लगता है कि उसने गलती नहीं करी. ठीक है, पहला तो एक ह्यूमन रिलेटेड चैलेंज है. साइकोलॉजी का बड़ा एक प्रिंसिपल यूज होता है यहाँ पे कि आपको उसको क्या ना, टू एबल टू इम्प्रूव यू नीड टू फर्स्ट आइडेंटिफाई द प्रॉब्लम. And there are taxpayers, and most of them, including me own, like when as a direct taxation payee, we do not accept our mistakes. So that is the first challenge. Second, even if they accept the mistakes, they would say that it's a general trade practice. Like this is how it is. Like वो भी कर रहा है, वो भी कर रहा है, वो भी कर रहा है, सब कर रहे हैं, तो मेरे को आप क्यों पकड़ रहे हो? So managing that public reception is very, very, very important. That applies to every case. Now coming to your question specifically on a particular case, in one of the case, like it was related to real estate transactions. So the person was supposed to pay on 5% on the gross taxable value. They paid on 1%. So the differential 4% was around 33 lakhs around. So I summoned the taxpayer and he was like, sir, मेरा तो बनता ही नहीं है, मेरा बनता नहीं है. And he gave me like 3-4 judgments, 3-4 rulings, 3-4 tax related laws to me कि sir मेरा तो बनता नहीं है and all. And I was like कि यार मतलब and my staff was like sir मेरा बनता नहीं है, मतलब हमारे हिसाब से सर उसने सही किया. तो आई वॉज लाइक, वो ईगो आ जाती है ना आदमी की, यार ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है कि यार आप तो इतनी मेहनत कर रहे थे केस पे और मतलब सडनली वो कह रहा है कि ताश के पत्तों की तरह आपका केस ऐसे ढह गया है. तो आई स्टडीड, वेंट बैक होम. मैं पूरी रात लगा रहा, पूरी रात मैंने मतलब जितना भी सॉफ्टवेयर पे जो भी डेटा अवेलेबल था, जितने रूलिंग्स थे, एंड आई केम अप विद द आंसर फॉर दैट विजन कि ये गलती करी है इसने एंड ही शुड पे. एंड व्हेन आई टोल्ड माय स्टाफ, वो दे वर सेड यस सर, आपने अब सही पकड़ लिया. And the person came and next day he deposited 33 lakhs to the government exchequer. So this is where you realize it was challenging, first of all, to take a back. Like you have to take the challenge at yourself, accept the brutality of it, that you are doing something not very insightful. Then you have to go back to your drawing room and study. So this is where my suggestion to people around here is, if somebody says that your study completes once you complete the college, it's a misnomer. You have to study again and again every day. So be focused about it. Yes, you should pick up interesting jobs, whatever you like. Otherwise, you will not be able to do justice to your jobs. So I like my job because I come from commerce background. I am a semi CA. I am into taxation. So when I speak, people listen. That is where you get that edge. That is why I want people to follow their career path, not just somebody else says it, because somebody they should say it from within. That is where the ideal recipe and the secret sauce, as Suhani wants me to answer, that's the secret sauce. You should follow what you want to do. Otherwise, it's very difficult to get back.
That was, that was indeed a very enlightening words, and also they're related to the tax case. That was something new we all got to know today. Yeah. So I think we have done till now a lot of unique and an enlightening session on taxation, and we have discussed almost everything: taxation, evasion, social engineering. So now it comes the fun and the last segment of this podcast, which is the quirky exchange round. And we'll be asking rapid questions, and we expect rapid answers for that. Okay. So, so the first question comes: if you could rewrite one tax law from scratch, what would it be?
Income tax.
Oh, income tax. Wow. Moving on. If you could describe your UPSC journey in 3 words, what would it be?
Roller coaster ride.
Roller coaster
That's
ride.
the epic one.
I think these 3 words includes almost everything. Okay. So, who is your go-to person after a hectic day?
I think my fiance.
Oh, nice. Your favorite spot in the college or a hangout place in the campus?
I think near canteen.
Canteen is the favorite place, I think, for every student.
For everyone.
वो कचौरी के साथ वो आलू की सब्जी हो वो दैट मैंने कभी नहीं कहीं कहीं नहीं खाई थी वहीं खाता हूँ जब भी जाता हूँ.
And now this time we would love to meet you offline, sir. The campus has changed a lot. It has really, the vibe has been changed, completely changed.
And sir,
But I would miss my old campus. Like if you bring out something new, I will not appreciate that much. So.
and sir, we'll make you try the honey chili potato of our canteen. It's very yum.
Great. I love honey chili potato. I like Chinese.
Yeah. Okay, next question from my side. In a parallel universe, taxes are paid with unique and unconventional items instead of money. So, what quirky item would you choose to pay your taxes with instead of money?
I think people should be asked to run so that they become healthy. I think some kind of physical exercise.
Oh, so you're
That's
not
so
going
nice. Healthy lifestyle.
healthy lifestyle. So he's not going with any materialistic items.
I think if a nation spends too much on healthy people, I think that is bad. So if people are healthy, I think government doesn't need to collect more taxes. So they will not be spending on health much then. So if we are healthy, that is where my idea lies. It's a circular economy. So
Yeah.
if you can pay with your good health, I think one should be motivated enough. There should be a health parameter index in the income tax or a GST return somewhere, where if you're a healthy person, you will get 10% discount. If you're a healthy person, you get 10% discount in this restaurant or this dining. So we should promote that, I think.
That's so great. Adding on to Suhani's questions, if you could switch your life with someone for a week, who would it be?
Amitabh Bachchan.
So next question is, if your life is a playlist, which song would best represent it?
This is a very tricky question. This is a very tricky question. I think I am not able to recall any good song to answer this.
Okay, we'll
But
skip
I
this
say I
question.
am a very good sports fan, so I would say Chak De India.
Chak De India. Suhani, can you sing 2 lines for us? Chak De India.
I can't sing, please. I just can't sing.
I think he wants to get over with the session soon by like asking you to sing, huh?
No. I just can't sing, please.
Okay, moving on to our next question. You said okay, like healthy lifestyle. Now, if you could have dinner with any great personality or character, who would it be, and where would you dine?
I think I would have it with Narendra Modi ji, and I think the place would be Mussoorie.
Wow, sweet.
Missouri. Wow, sir, that's great. And why you choose Missouri? You would have chosen Goa, Bangkok, Dubai, something else place
I
also. Why Missouri
I
fascinating you?
love mountains and beautiful vibe come there, and it's a very connected hill station.
Yeah. So, sir, wonderful, sir. That brings us to the end of the rocking quick exchange round. We did have some fun answers and some explicit answers. Sir, so as we all are aware that India is organizing the G20 Leaders Summit for the first time in 2023 with the theme of Vasudev Kutumbakam, one earth, one family, and one future. So, what's your perspective on that? Would you like to comment?
Yeah, I would definitely like to comment. It's a great moment in the Indian history. We are writing the history, we are witnessing the history. It's not about like how much we are projecting. It's about a new India that wants to do something big. We have touched down on South Pole of Moon, and we are here with the unanimous declaration of G20. I think the summit has been over. The physical summit has been over. Although we are ending the presidency in the November 23, where we will be handing over to the Brazilian president. So it's about where we see our nation as we have always seen our nation like कि ये चलता है एटीट्यूड हमारा देश तो ऐसा ही है यहाँ कुछ सुधर नहीं सकता यहाँ ये है वहाँ वो है यहाँ ये कमी है यहाँ वो कमी है but I think we need to change that, and this is one good reason why we should change that. In Olympics we have won 7 medals last time, much more than we ever won. We have an athletic champion with us who's a Asian, Commonwealth, world, Olympic champion in this country. This is a very momentous reason to smile and shine. Our Indian team in hockey has won for bronze medal after 43 years in the Olympic history. So sports is doing good, space is doing good, defense is doing good, economy is doing good, politically we are doing good, and we always decide for a stronger nation with diversity. Nobody wants unity as such in that way. We want unity in diversity. So this is our way of projecting the world that we can also lead it. It's not about you, it's about all of us. And Vasudev Kutumbakam, it shows whatever we contribute as a nation, like whatever India contributes, the benefit will not be enjoyed by only India. It will be enjoyed by all the world. And दिस इज वेयर आर वो रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी का एक पूरा डिक्लेरेशन आया है जिसमें बहुत सारा पैसा कमिट किया है. सो this is where our contribution to the world is. We are contributing as doctors, scientists, we are contributing as yoga. We have 21st June as yoga day contribution from an Indian contingent there. So there is so much to learn from our nation, like any other nation. There is no big small nation. It's about vibe, culturally things, and we have 5,000 years of history with Ayurveda, with medicine system, Yunan system. So it's not only about projecting, it's about showcasing where we are, where we can, and new generations who are just going to the schools, colleges, who will read this declaration in the paper tomorrow, who will see these social media bites. They will have very good reason, and they will have pride about this country that they have been born to a very beautiful nation, and they would strive hard to make it further successful, because whatever we are doing is we are doing for our future generations. So it's our responsibility to hand over this one earth as beautiful as we got to our future generations. So our responsibility is not just on G20 leaders. I think for all the population, 7 to 8 billion population around the world, they have huge responsibility of making sure that our commitments to renewable energy targets and sustainable development targets are achieved. And I think that's a moment to be proud of as an Indian.
Yeah, sure, sir. Success is no accident. It's hard work, perseverance, learning, sacrifice. And most probably, every Indian is proud today. And even we all should be proud. And what we all can do, dear viewers, you just make a salute to the every proud scientist, proud Indian, proud doctor. So, okay, well, with that, dear listeners, it brings us to the end of the most enlightening episode of Combrosia Connects, the Alumni podcast brought to you by Combrosia, the Commerce Subject Society of Motilal Nehru College, University of Delhi.
We would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our guest speaker today, Mr. Prashant Singla, sir, for gracing the occasion with his impactful and consequential words.
Thank you so much for having me here. And I think this is a very good initiative. I think there will be many people much more successful than me whom Motilal Nehru College would have missed. I think it's very important for us to get them back to alumni structure. And I think it's about hand holding and giving back to the college. So I think they will also come for these podcast sessions or even physical sessions. So kudos to this team, kudos to whosoever in the faculty who have allowed you to do such kind of initiatives. It's certainly I can see the change in our college. I don't know whether I was privy to these kinds of sessions during my college days. So it's a good initiative. Thank you so much, Vansh, and thank you so much, Suhani, for that.